It's the Mr. Marty Show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Mr. Marty Show. So glad you're here. Pull up a chair. Got so much to show. I'm the Mr. Marty Show. Building a community of people around the world. Come along now, watch all the stories be unfurled. Yeah, we got so much to share, so much to show that we all care. That this world needs to be a better place. That's why we got the Mr. Marty Show. Take it on ya. Very minimalist solo. I'm the Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. So glad to have you on the Mr. Marty Show. Yeah, indeed. I'm the Mr. Marty Show. Mr. Marty Show. Come join us on the Mr. Marty Show. 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 Oh, bang!
A couple of weeks ago, I fell in love. Okay, I will come clean and I will admit it. I finally found the one I've been looking for so long. I opened the door and you are there. All this time, you've been sitting patiently waiting for me to reach out for you. Hold you in my hands so tenderly, undress you and admire your wonderful form. Finally, to discover your sweet, soft center. Today I could wait no longer. I succumbed to your deep, dark charms and I devour you. I lick my lips with satisfaction and smile a blissful smile. I confess, I ate my final Reese's Plain Chocolate Peanut Butter Cup, which has been in the fridge for 3 weeks.
Our mission at Mr. Marty is to create a show of variety that feeds the soul, with people from around the world contributing. We can become as big as your gift will allow us to be. Won't you consider joining the team? Go to martinmccormack.com and pledge a monthly contribution. Let's keep this growing.
Hi, Mr. Marty fans. Today we're talking about chocolate. What can you learn from chocolate? Well, I found out there's many things. I was studying Hershey and in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and found out that Mr. Hershey, as a young boy, had taken an apprenticeship with a confectioner in his hometown. Well, he learned all he could about caramels, and that was pretty much what he studied at that time. And he went to open a candy shop, with caramels being the mainstay. Well, that failed. So he moved on to California. He studied with another confectioner, and he also was studying chocolate. That confectioner had studied with people from overseas and had learned how the technique of making chocolate into candy. Well, he started a business there in California, and once again, it failed. He went to New York after that and studied some more with another confectioner about chocolate, getting to learn more and more about the business, and started a business in New York, and it too failed. Well, for most of us, that would have been the last straw. 3 fails and you're out. Well, not for Mr. Hershey. He went back to his hometown. He opened a business there, and it started growing. They loved his chocolate. He learned how to make it creamy, and it became a big business, as we know. Well, not only did Mr. Hershey make a big business, but he made a big community. He felt that for his thriving business to not fail again, he had to bring the community into it. He hired workers from the town. He built houses for the workers. He paid them a fair wage. And then, after that was all done, and he became bigger and bigger, he built parks for the kids to play, for the workers, and pools for the kids. And it became this enormous community, all built by Mr. Hershey. Well, he also was very fortuitous, because in 1912, he was overseas in Europe, and he was supposed to be on the maiden voyage of the Titanic. But because of business needs that had to be taken care of, he had to turn his tickets back in. Talk about fortuitous. He lived to work another day. So today I am going to compare some chocolates with Hershey's. First, I'm going to take on Lindt. Now, I didn't find much about Lindt. I'm sure they've been around for many moons, but we'll see how their chocolate is compared to Hershey's. And I can eat this today because it's my birthday. This one's orange. The orange is good, but chocolate doesn't quite taste like Hershey's. Then another Lindt. It's almond. I'm going to take a bite of it. Maybe not quite as big a bite. This is called almond and honey. Again, taking a bite, because after all, it is my birthday. The chocolate is about the same as the orange. taste no honey. I don't even taste almond. Then we move on to Fannie Mae. Now Fannie Mae has been around probably as long as Hershey's, I don't know. But I always like their chocolates. And this one is pecan brittle, so we know it's going to be hard. And yes, it is. We'll get this little speck down. The chocolate is good. The brittle is good. But you know, out of these three, I think I'm going to stick with my Hershey. It's my favorite. This is Ma Gilmore. Remember, if you fail, the only failure you could do is if you don't pick yourself up and start again, even if it takes 4 times. I bid you peace.
And now, 30 seconds of cue.
They really have a great lateral motion, don't they?
Yeah.
Plural.
Nobody's coming yet. Let me just go. Picture.
Hey there, Mr. Marty fans. We're here at Candycopia in Oak Park because today's show is all about chocolate. And we're here with Patrick, who is the owner of this fine establishment. And he's going to talk to us a little bit about chocolate and some of the great chocolate delights that they have here at this store.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for coming to visit us. Chocolate's been on the mind for sure. We are finishing up the day before Easter right now, and a lot of folks coming in for bunnies and this and that, but the feedback that we get a lot of, which is really valuable to us, is that folks are excited to have something that doesn't look like it came from a drugstore, and it looks a little different, and I hear a lot of like, this is going to be like a good Easter basket, so that makes me excited.
Yes, I do see here that you have a lot of chocolate products that you're not going to find in Walgreens.
Right.
Like, look at these beautiful chocolates here that look like they're like handmade, one by one.
So what you're looking at here, these square and round ones right underneath my shadow of my hand here, these are from Catherine Confections. She's a Logan Square confectioner. She makes amazing caramels, truffles, bonbons, marshmallows, and drinking chocolates. We're going to start carrying some of her drinking chocolates over time, but her cafe is a great place to experience those. One of her favorites that we really love, if you follow my shadow right here, is this truffle, which is a goat cheese walnut truffle.
Oh, yum.
And so Catherine Ann is really skilled at incorporating cheeses into her truffles because they're so creamy and they add to this rich, decadent flavor. So that goat cheese walnut's one of my favorites. And when you take a bite of it, it's very soft for a truffle. And you get an immediate punch of goat cheese, which is super interesting, but then it quickly melts into a very mellow, really rich chocolate flavor. So I love that because it's a different experience than you get from some other chocolates, but the goat cheese adds this ethereal texture to it.
Okay, well, Mr. Marty fans, like usual when Marty sends me out, calories are involved for the roving reporter.
These are fat-free, no calories, no sugar in any products in our store.
Oh, yeah. And if you believe that, and I see we have lots more lovely chocolates here in this case here. Those turtley looking things look awfully good.
Cashew and pecan turtles. These are chocolate dipped candied oranges, which are wonderful.
Yum.
We're a little on the light side. These, for a chocolate fan, are Oreo double stuffed cookies that have been taken apart, and then a Reese's peanut butter cup put in the middle before it's dipped in chocolate.
Well, holy moly. Oh yeah, and look at this specialty chocolate section.
So this is where a lot of the magic happens, and I think one message I want to get out to people is when you browse this section, the best thing you can do is ask for help, because ultimately you're going to choose a package that looks pleasing to the eye, maybe includes a couple ingredients, but it's really exciting. I really enjoy talking people through some of our favorite selections. For instance, this brand Fruition, they are a small chocolate maker out of the Catskills in New York. This is a single origin chocolate, so the cocoa beans only come from one specific area of the world, and then the percentage marks the percent of cacao. And so whenever you see a percent like this, it's always the percent of cacao in relation to every other ingredient in the bar, whether it's sugar, whether it's dairy, whether it's vanilla. So this 68% is a dark chocolate. Anything over 50% will be considered dark by classification. But I love this one, and you would never know this from the package. It's really palatable for a dark chocolate. Folks that are milk chocolate fans tend to like this because it has that classic kind of fudgy flavor instead of like that acerbic bitterness of like a dark chocolate.
I love dark chocolate.
Yeah. This was a really
yes, and I see they have all kinds of choices.
Yeah, for sure. So they're 43%, which goes under 50, is considered a milk chocolate. This one's a brown butter, which is really, really, really nice.
And we have some interesting ingredients here.
Yeah.
Strawberry shortcake and pistachio.
Yeah, this brand Ducrane's we love. It's a Japanese-American woman who makes the chocolate, another Japanese-American woman who does all the design with their like logo and these geometric patterns in their bars. They have ingredients that are Japanese-inspired, so there's some that have like buckwheat and sesame, some that have, there's a miso-coated almond dark chocolate, which is really umami, really, really satisfying. It's one of my favorites there too.
And here we have some, well, we have one with whiskey. Now, you know, Mr. Marty fans, that the roving reporter might go for that. Lavender, potato chip crisp.
Amen. Donuts and coffee is really good. This lemon shortbread we got for spring for some Easter baskets.
And so that's lemon and shortbread in chocolate?
Correct. So each of these is going to be, this one is a white chocolate, milk chocolate. There's a dark here, but Compartes is a California brand. We really appreciate them. One, their packaging is amazing, so it really makes you want to like.
Well, you know, that Starry Night bar really makes me want to buy it just for the wrapper.
It's beautiful, but they are known to us as the company that folds in more of whatever that flavor is that they say is going to be in there. They kind of take it to the 10th. They kind of take it all the way. So a lot of times you'll get a candy bar that claims to be, you know, donuts, and there'll be like a couple pieces jammed in there. These guys are usually like bursting out of the package. And we love them for that because you really get like the full flavor that they promise. And so those are super fun. Yeah, love those.
And looks like this company, Mayana, has a lot of caramel and stuff in there.
So if you take a look at this picture right here, a Mayana bar is built on a backbone of sea salt caramel. Every bar that they make has that kind of cross section where caramel is the main ingredient, which makes me super happy because I love dark chocolate and I love caramel. They have different flavors that riff on that. So this one right here is like a peanut, salted peanut. This one had marshmallow. There's a banana one. This is coincidentally a Chicago couple, caterer and I think interior designer, and then they moved their operations up to Wisconsin. So that's one of our most popular products in the store.
Awesome. And I see they make drinking chocolate too.
do.
If you're one of those people that likes to drink their chocolate.
And how often do you see like a dark chocolate.
I know, yeah.
Usually
Usually drinking chocolate's kind of wimpy.
gonna be milk, yeah. And then we have like some chocolate made from Ghana, which we really love. I had a chance to talk to the woman-owned owner of Medunu Chocolates, and she talked all about how much it takes as a woman-owned business in Ghana to export a product like this. And I believe all of those bars are handmade by women operators here at Medunu. So it's like a really special company, and that has like a really mellow flavor to their chocolates, which we really like.
Well, that is awesome. So you see, people, you do not have to go down to this shelf here and buy Nestle Crunch or Snickers. Why would you do that when you can have this? Well, thanks you very much, Patrick, for talking to us at the Mr. Marty Show.
For sure.
And now I need to dig into some chocolate.
Mr. Marty fans. This is Mike, Mr. Ma Gilmore. Today I want to talk about when I was a kid,
was a very special day that would come around when my mom would get out this magical box of goodness, because she was going to make some icing and we were all going to have a cake. And even before I could read, I knew that there was something special about what's in this box. And I knew that whatever these words said on the back was something important that I should know. So, this is Hershey's Perfectly Chocolate Frosting. And it's got accurate directions. I follow them, and it really works. So first thing it calls for is 2/3 cup of Hershey's cocoa. There's 1/3. And there's 2/3 of Hershey cocoa. 1/2 cup, that's 1 stick of butter or margarine, very gently, very cautiously melted. Pour that in. And there will be some hand mixing here first to make sure that this butter and the chocolate gets put together well. Not anything bad going on here. We just want good chocolate icing. Alright, it's a good consistency there. Next calls for 3 cups of powdered sugar, which I've got a nice big bag of here. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, which I made sure and checked ahead of time that I've got. And then 1/3 cup of milk. That's to adjust the consistency of the frosting. So, there we go. Yeah, that's about right there. There's one. Whoop, a little extra there. Time for a little mechanical action here. About. This is looking good. This is looking good. Okay, time for cup 2 of the sugar. Really a simple recipe, but it works. Getting into a big ball here, I'll probably need a little more milk. There we go. But we have a nice smooth consistency inside here. Have a little taste of what we got. I think that's good. Tastes chocolate, not overwhelmed by the powdered sugar. Okay, this is mixed well here. But what I'm now going to do is my special touch of just cranking it up, making it nice and fluffy. You got lots on the beaters, but so you can See, the consistency is really great after it cools a bit. Remember, you still got the butter in there. After it cools, when it's put on the cake, it'll be just right as icing. See how well this will, whoops, dropped a bunch of, just how nice and smoothly this will go onto the cake. So that's how we do it here at Maud Gilmore's, and thanks for watching, and enjoy handmade, homemade chocolate frosting.
Hi, Mike. I know we're going to frost the cake, but can I take a bite, please? After all, it is my birthday.
Hello, Polly Chase here, reminding you about the 20% discount you get from your first order at martinmccormack.com. Choose from fine art prints or merchandise like tote bags, t-shirts, pillowcases, and much more. You're sure to find something you love, but don't take my word for it. Let's hear from Jan in Australia about her new Marty merchandise.
I am so happy with my first purchase from Marty's collection of merchandise. I chose a mug, this one, which features red cloud. It's beautiful, it goes right around the whole mug. And I've just finished drinking a cappuccino from it. It was perfect. It was easy to order, only took a couple of weeks to arrive in Australia. Beautifully packaged. So now I'm considering what to buy next.
Since you let me out of your heart, I'm now a stranger. Since you let me out of your heart, I feel the danger. Since you let me out of your heart, I've been going out of my head. Since you let me out of your heart, I've been going out of my head. Since you let me out of your heart, I can't sleep a wink. Since you let me out of your heart, I'm on the brink. Since you let me out of your heart, I've been going out of my head. Since you let me out of your heart, I've been going out of my head. your heart. I've been going out of my head since you let me out of your heart. I've been going out of my head. Since you let me out of your heart, I've been going out of my head. Since you let me out of your heart, I've been going out of my head. Since you let me out of your heart, I've been going out of my
Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for watching the show. The Mr. Marty Show. Thanks for watching the show. I hope you like the show. Well, we had a fun time here. And Keepers watch the season 2. And also, thank you for supporting us. And so we can make more shows. And anyway, thank you. Thank you.